The highly anticipated fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson has a new date. They'll face off in AT&T Stadium on November 15th. That fight was originally scheduled for July, but Tyson recently suffered a flare-up of an ulcer that impacted his training schedule.
The legendary Mike Tyson versus the YouTube sensation Jake Paul, an epic clash of generations. Tyson, at 58 years old, and Paul, a 27-year-old disruptor, entered the ring in one of the most anticipated fights in modern boxing. But as the final bell rang, fans were left asking a shocking question. Was this fight even real? With millions of dollars on the line, was it more business than boxing? Was the Paul versus Tyson fight a carefully orchestrated setup designed to break records and rake in cash? Let's dig into the staggering numbers, the performances in the ring, and the broader implications of this event to uncover the truth.
It was good while it lasted for Jake, okay? It was good while it lasted. Not gonna last much longer. You're fat, Jake.
They say he's the baddest man on the planet, so let's find out. Apparently he's the final boss, moving up to heavyweight and continue to prove all these dumbasses wrong. That's what I do my whole entire life.
The Paul versus Tyson fight shattered expectations, generating a massive $17.8 million gate, one of the highest in recent boxing history. If that wasn't enough, the fight streamed globally on Netflix, drawing so much traffic it crashed the platform temporarily. These numbers alone tell us something crucial. This fight wasn't just a sporting event, it was a business juggernaut. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson brought together a global audience that included hardcore boxing fans, casual viewers, and millions of social media followers. The result was an electric atmosphere that felt larger than life.
Well, it happened. Jake Paul beat Mike Tyson.
But was the hype built on the promise of a true clash of skill, or a manufactured spectacle to cash in on the unique pairing of Tyson's nostalgia and Paul's influencer power? From the moment the fight was announced, fans were skeptical. Critics called it a mismatch. Tyson hadn't fought professionally in over 2 decades, while Paul was younger, fitter, and actively training. Still, the fight sold itself, playing on Tyson's legendary status and Paul's ability to draw controversy and eyeballs. But now, many wonder, did the fight deliver on its promise, or did it only succeed in emptying wallets? The event's marketing emphasized nostalgia and intrigue over actual competition. From Tyson's ominous all-black entrance to Paul arriving in a lowrider, surrounded by theatrics, the fight felt more like a Hollywood production than a clash of titans. And then came the fight itself. Fans expected fireworks, but what they got was, well, confusing. Mike Tyson looked stiff and slow, struggling to move freely in the ring. At times, he wore a leg brace and visibly struggled with his mobility. Jake Paul, for his part, seemed hesitant to go all in, pulling punches as if not to hurt Tyson too badly. The fight's pace slowed considerably by the later rounds, leaving the crowd restless and even booing in frustration. Many fans left a Tant Stadium wondering if they just witnessed a legitimate contest or a carefully rehearsed exhibition. Critics point to several key moments that sparked speculation about whether the fight was scripted. Tyson, who once struck fear into opponents with his devastating power, seemed unable to land meaningful punches. Paul, who usually showcases sharp combinations, appeared to hold back and let Tyson off the hook in critical moments. Was this out of respect for Tyson's legacy, or part of a larger plan to ensure both men walked away with reputations intact? Even Paul's post-fight comments, where he admitted he was scared of hurting Tyson, left fans divided. Was that fear genuine, or a calculated narrative to keep fans intrigued and coming back for more?
Tyson requested the 2-minute rounds, wanting to see more action. He just landed the overhand right.
It's worth noting that this isn't the first time boxing has blurred the lines between sport and entertainment. The rise of influencer boxing, led by figures like Jake Paul, Logan Paul, and KSI, has transformed the sport into a hybrid of athleticism and spectacle. These events thrive on drama, controversy, and viral moments, drawing in audiences who might never watch a traditional boxing match. But while they generate massive revenue, they've also raised concerns about the sport's credibility. Is boxing losing its authenticity in the quest for entertainment-driven profits? Beyond the ring, the numbers tell a story of financial triumph. The fight wasn't just a success for Paul and Tyson, it was a win for the entire boxing business. From the $17.8 million gate to sponsorship deals and global streaming rights, the event proved that boxing is still a money-making powerhouse when packaged correctly. For Jake Paul, this fight cemented his position as a savvy businessman who understands how to generate attention and turn it into dollars. But for Mike Tyson, it's a different story. While his name remains iconic, some fans worry that fights like this could tarnish his legacy rather than enhance it. So, what's next for these two fighters? Mike Tyson hinted at a potential fight against Jake's brother, Logan Paul. But at 58, should he really return to the ring? This fight showed a side of Tyson fans hadn't seen before. Vulnerable, human, and far removed from the unstoppable force he once was. Many are urging Tyson to retire permanently and preserve his place as one of boxing's all-time greats. For Jake Paul, the possibilities are wide open. Will he finally take on a legitimate, active professional boxer, or continue to build his empire by selecting high-profile, low-risk opponents? One thing's for sure, Jake Paul's ability to dominate the sports business conversation isn't slowing down anytime soon. At its core, the Paul versus Tyson fight has changed the conversation about what boxing can be in the modern age. Is it a sport, a spectacle, or a combination of both? The $17 million gate, the Netflix crash, and the global buzz prove that this hybrid model works financially. But is it sustainable? Fans are left debating whether events like this elevate boxing or reduce it to a cash-grabbing sideshow. One thing is clear, this fight wasn't just about Tyson versus Paul, it was about the future of boxing itself. So, was the Paul versus Tyson fight a setup to make millions? From the underwhelming action in the ring to the staggering profits it generated, the evidence suggests it was more business than boxing. But maybe that's exactly what the modern sports audience wants, a blend of nostalgia, controversy, and entertainment. What do you think? Was this fight real competition or a scripted spectacle to cash in on two big names? Drop A in the comments if you think it was all about the money. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more insights into the biggest events in sports and the business behind them. Because in today's sports world, nothing is ever as it seems.